YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Can you believe it's day 4 of our challenge already? My gosh, where has the time gone? Really? It feels like it was just the other day that I was knocking the microphone off the stand. Yeah, I'm not going to let it drop, right? But you guys, we're so excited that you're here. We have been so impressed and touched that so many of you have been joining us for our live recap every single night at 7:30 p.m. Now, before I forget, I'm going to remind you again later, but tomorrow's broadcast is not going to be at 7:30 at night, okay? It's Friday night. I want you to be able to have fun with your family and friends, relax after the work week. So tomorrow we'll be broadcasting at 12 noon. Join us on your lunch hour. And also, let me say this about that, and we'll discuss it further here in a minute. It's going to be sometimes harder to watch our YouTube channel when you're at work, even if you're on your lunch hour. But if you get a chance to watch tomorrow's recap, on your lunch hour, say while you're out and about grabbing a bite to eat, maybe watching it on your phone. I do want to say this. Since we are drawing for our door prize winner tomorrow, I don't want you to feel like you have to sort of, be here, be present to win, okay? You don't have to. For those of you that have registered for our challenge, it is never too late to register, you are automatically entered. So I'll talk a little bit more about that, but I thought, oh my gosh, I want to go ahead and tell you guys at the top of the show that you don't actually have to watch the live stream tomorrow, just in case it's tough for you to do that during the workday. All right, you guys. Now, I mentioned today is day 4. So hopefully you have some things to share about your daily routines. Now, let me recap this for you, what the challenge was about, especially if you're just now catching our live broadcast. So day 4 was all about evaluating how you're getting out the door and how you're preparing for the next day. So the challenge was to really think about what your dream routine would be. I'm telling you, this is a strategy that I've utilized with clients, and it has really been a game changer. Because think about this. Okay, if you're already feeling exhausted and stressed and overwhelmed, it's going to be 10 times worse if you start your day feeling like you're running out the door with your hair on fire, right? Okay. Can you relate? Please comment if you can. We've all had those days. And so often there's things about, say, our morning commute. For those of you still working in offices, right? Some of us are working from home. But, there's so many things about that morning that you can't control. And if you are commuting, you can't control the traffic. You can't control if there's an accident, but you can control sort of your state of mind of how you prepare for the day. So your challenge was to either look at your daytime routine, okay, how you're getting out that door, or your bedtime routine. And what I had suggested is to really think about what are the things that you're not getting a chance to do now that you would love to do. Okay, so that's what you hopefully worked on. Now, I suggested if you weren't sure which one to start with your daytime routine because it really does seem to affect at least how you start your workday, right? Because if you're already getting to the office late and stressed because of how you started your day, then maybe that's the one to look at. Also, if you're a mom, I always suggest to clients that as hard as it is to maybe sometimes get up earlier than the kids, right? Because you can be so tired, especially if you're a single mom. I was a single mom for 14 years, so I hear you, ladies, okay? But if you're getting up at the same time as your children, or even just a couple of minutes before, listen, you're already behind the 8 ball because you don't have any me time to start your day. And you guys, that's so important, especially for the career women out there that already tend to spread themselves so thin. So think about your morning and your nighttime routine as this wonderful kind of bookend approach. It kind of anchors your day. Now, is it going to prevent you from having stressful things happen to you during the day? No. Is it going to prevent you from, just having one of those coworkers maybe or the boss that's driving you crazy? No. Is it going to prevent you from like facing things you didn't think you would have to face and things going awry? Absolutely not. But what it will do is it will give you a foundation of wellness and confidence. You'll be arriving at the office, kind of stress free, and you'll be better prepared to handle anything that comes your way. It's kind of like a suit of armor, and then all the challenges that attack you during the day, they're like bullets and arrows that are just sort of bouncing off that suit of armor because you've already created this amazing routine for yourself. So that's what I was wanting you to work on, either your morning routine or your bedtime routine. Now, remember, you guys, I'm going to scroll this across the bottom of your screen there. In fact, let me make sure that you can see that. Let me pull this down a little bit as well. But remember, if you have any questions about our routines, any of the challenges, you're going to want to get the checklist, the cheat sheet, and not forget, yesterday's challenge was about decluttering, and I sent you that decluttering tracker. That's a 30-day challenge, and hopefully you'll be interested in that. That's the one that we're going to start in a couple weeks. I'll let you know when. And I'm going to email you one daily decluttering task to just kind of help your year again start off on the right foot. Okay. You need to go to the website and register for that. Okay. So be sure to do that if you haven't already. Also, if you like content like this, we would love it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel. So many of you have, you're just faithful supporters of Shop Talk. And that's the reason that we offer this challenge for free every year. It's kind of our thank you for supporting our small business. And speaking of small, we are definitely a small YouTube channel, like teeny tiny small. And then it occurred to me, one of the reasons is I really hadn't thought about using YouTube as anything other than a library of career videos that I could send my clients and use during presentations. But one of my New Year's resolutions, one of my dream setting goals, in fact, I wrote that down on Monday under goal setting done right. That was our challenge Monday, is to grow my YouTube channel because I really believe, especially because YouTube is a free platform, I really believe it's important to make sure that I can get my content out to more career men and women who may be really stressed out and just need a little inspiration. So you guys can help us do that. If you haven't subscribed again, please do so, or send these videos to someone who you think might be able to benefit. Maybe somebody who's really needing a little inspiration with their career and wants to learn maybe a little bit more about work-life balance. Now, we would also love it if you subscribe to our podcast. Now, the podcast, I have to say, gentlemen, I'm so sorry, but the podcast and the book, which you see right here behind me, are definitely geared towards the ladies. I know. The podcast is called The Career Woman's Secret Playbook because it's based on the book, but we cover a lot more than that. Now, I'm not saying we don't have any men that listen to the podcast. That's not true, but I just wanted, to make sure I told you a little bit about that. All right, you guys. Now, I'm going to get to some audience member shout outs here in just a minute. Thank you so much. I can see folks are tuning in already, commenting. Thank you. So I'm going to get to that in just a second. But I did want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about your routine. I'm going to just share with you an example of what I did today. So after the holidays, it was easy for me to kind of get off my own schedule. I'm one that loves a routine, loves daily rituals, and again, loves having that me time. Now, when I was a single mom, my daughter Savannah can tell you this. I always made sure I started my day with a little me time before I got her up and got her to school. And y'all, there were times when it was so stressful to get her out the door. And we used to live, one of our houses, we used to actually live where the bus stop was. I'm not kidding. Our front yard, if Savannah, if you're listening, you're going to remember this. The stop sign right there that was on our yard was the bus stop. And y'all, even though that was the case, there were times when she was still late. I still have a memory of running out the front door of our house with my robe on and my cup of coffee. And my poor child is having to run down the street, across major traffic, flagging down the bus. So, yes, we have all had those days. But even if you just get up 10 to 15 minutes earlier and help your children do the same, or maybe part of your morning routine could be teaching your kids how to help themselves get out the door. So, for example, one thing that really helped Savannah, especially when she was younger, is I ordered one of those organizers for the closet. it was awesome from Amazon. It literally said Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we put her clothes together, including her socks, everything right there for each day. And then she could dress herself and she, felt great doing that. It made her feel like a big girl kind of thing, right? Okay, so let's talk about maybe what you guys worked on. Let me put my trusty readers. Now, y'all, this one doesn't match the outfit as much. Oh my gosh, on camera, this outfit looks black. So crazy. Okay, this is actually like a rich purple, and you can't tell at all. And it's so funny when I'm actually photographed in this particular dress. It's this warm, cozy velvet dress because the temperature dropped crazy. I literally just got back from a date night with my husband, and I had to wear this huge coat. I couldn't believe how the temperature had changed. But anyway, when it's photographed, it looks bright purple. So this dress is really interesting. It's always changing. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at some audience shout outs. Let me go ahead and check the comments, you guys. Remember, if you're watching live, we love that. Be sure to comment. Let us know what you worked on today and how it went. If you don't get a chance to watch it live, don't worry about that, you guys. You can always catch the replay. So it's always going to be housed on my YouTube channel. And when you watch it, if you like the content, again, we would love it if you would like that. Give us a thumbs up or share that as well with anyone you think might need it. All right, let's check out some of the comments coming in. Oh, Renee, my goodness. Renee has been a faithful watcher. She and Jennifer. Oh, I love this. Renee, she's got the day four and ready. Exactly. Okay, Jennifer's tuning in. Hi, Jennifer. Always so great to have you. These two have watched each and every day. Okay, now Renee is saying, love this. She says she's already set out her clothes for tomorrow. Absolutely. That's right. If you could get your outfits lined up for the week, that is such an important part of the process, you guys. Absolutely. Okay. Now, let me ask the ladies that are tuning in live right now, guys, in addition to maybe preparing for the next day, if you didn't get a chance to actually work on the challenge, could you share some insights of either what you did, what you're planning on doing, or why you think that having the opportunity to really look at your daily routines might be affecting your day? So let's check that out. Oh my goodness, Jennifer's got a great comment here. Oh, I love this. Okay, Jennifer is saying this is very insightful. She realized two things in doing this challenge today. She likes having to get up in the morning and start her coffee maker. She likes having to do that. Okay. See, I love the coffee brewing in the morning. So like Jennifer, I want to have my cup of coffee in the morning. And so she's saying she likes to have to get up in the morning and actually start that. I could see that too. There's something about hearing it, brew and getting it started, kind of like a daily ritual. So that's awesome. The second thing that she learned is that she spends way too much time, I love this, digging in her drawers for things that she needs to wear. Is that hysterical? So, yeah, right. That is going to happen. You're running around. Listen, before I started picking out my clothes, and I'm going to share a little trip. Well, you could definitely take this on a trip, but the trick is to really think about what are ways that you could easily save yourself the stress of getting ready. And so to Jennifer's point, she's realizing she's digging around trying to find stuff. Well, before I started to go through and really force myself to pick out everything, everything, undergarments, the whole thing, is when I realized that I not only was digging around for stuff, but before my wonderful husband came into my life, I have to say I was pretty bad as a single mom. Uh, in terms of like folding and putting things away. My daughter would attest to that. Now, the clothes were always clean, but you talk about digging around. Jennifer, at least you have them in drawers. I had stuff in the basket on the dryer. So it showed us that basket was the clean clothes, and then we had a dirty clothes basket. But we would literally have to be digging around in that basket in the morning. And try to figure out what we were going to wear that day. So if you're still kind of struggling for the perfect routine, you guys, Seriously, if all you do is pick out your entire outfit the night before with your accessories, with your undergarments, I pick out the shoes and everything, and then I took it a step further. That's how I started, was just the night before getting it all ready. Then I realized, oh, it's taking me so long to get to bed because I have so much to do. I have to set up the coffee pot. I have to make my lunch or figure out what I'm going to do for lunch because I like being like budget savvy. So I maybe go out to lunch once a week or twice a week. So I got to think about leftovers and packing all that. Okay. By the time I got done with all that and getting ready for the day, making sure I had everything at the door, making sure my keys were hanging right there. We have a key hanger that's right there by the door that leads to our garage, right? By the time I got done with all that stuff, I was like, "Oh, now it's 10:30, now it's 11:30." So what I did, you guys, is I started to spend just 60 minutes, 1 hour. I've now got it down more to like 35 to 45 minutes, but I started spending 1 hour on Sunday, and I would just look at the weather for the upcoming week, and I would go ahead and plan my outfits. Okay. I've even gotten to the point where I'm planning my exercise outfits because the ladies tuning in know I'm a little obsessed with jazzercise. Even when I don't show up, I'm writing a check to support the cause, right? And so I would want to wear one of my cute jazzercise shirts. Well, if it's not washed, I got to find another jazzercise shirt, right? Or if I'm going to go to the gym that day, then I'm not going to wear my jazzercise shirt. So, long story short, I now have started also putting together my exercise outfits. So, an hour on Sunday allowed me to pick out every outfit. I have a shoe organizer that hangs in my closet, so I put the shoes I'm gonna wear. And you guys, I have other videos about this, so, be sure to check those out. It's the travel videos on YouTube, so check those out for, like, additional tips. I even talk about how to do all of this in the book and also on the podcast, but just spending that hour getting everything, even like earrings. If I've got glasses that match the earrings, yes, I love doing that. I love fashion. I will go ahead and put all that together. And you guys, doing that on Sunday, when I would go to bed and I would go back in that same closet, get my pajamas on, and I would look up there, and there was a section where I would hang my outfits. It made me feel so proud of myself to see all of my outfits hung with the accessories. So, what I would do is take a Ziploc bag, put my earrings, my bracelet, my matching glasses, whatever the case may be. If it was a necklace, I just hung the necklace on the hanger. But I would poke a hole through that plastic Ziploc bag and everything would be together. And I also have some really nice, like, jewelry bags. Over the years, I don't know if you guys shop at Chico's, but Chico's will always give you, if you get a pair of earrings and stuff like that, they'll give you these really nice cloth kind of jewelry bags. Well, that's what I use. I not only use that for travel, but I've accumulated some of those. So I started using those bags, and it just looks so nice on the hanger, saves me on some plastic, with the Ziploc bags. But I started using those. And you guys, it really worked out great. So anything you can do to make your morning effortless. And then same with your nighttime routine. It's just so, so helpful, you guys. Now I know I like getting up at a certain hour. I'm not even going to tell y'all what it is because now that I've taken early retirement, y'all would be jealous at what time I'm getting up. I'm not even going to say it. Okay, 7:30. But I used to get up at 5:45. Now I get up at 7:30 even though I don't have to unless I've got a client call or a presentation, but I get up at 7:30, go get my coffee, come back to bed, enjoy my time in there before I have to get ready. Now, when I was working for someone else, I did that same routine at 5:45. I like to hit the snooze for 9 minutes so I can snuggle down and just like relax and rest. And I would say my gratitude. So I would wake up every morning with gratitude, send out, cosmic prayers to all my loved ones and friends, hoping everybody's having a great day. Then I would get out of the bed when that snooze would go off and I would go downstairs and I had the whole first floor to myself because my husband would get up later. Now he doesn't. I get up after him, which is kind of fun. Ha ha. Sorry, Mark. But anyway, so yeah, I would have the same amount of time that I have now working for myself, but I had to force myself to get up a little bit earlier. So that's hard to do sometimes, but it's not impossible, guys, if it gives you a great routine. Okay, let me double check some more comments. Oh, I love this. Okay, Jennifer is saying right here, you guys, she's going to be organizing her drawers this weekend. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, you are not alone. I was talking to my sister-in-law the other day. We had dinner not too long ago, and she knew about the challenges and what was coming up. She started listening to my podcast actually, and she texted me yesterday and she blames me for spending like the past, what is it, Stacy, like hour and a half. I think she worked hour and a half, 2 hours straight on organizing these closets and drawers and things. As she's gotten a lot done, but she's blaming me for the fact that she's now exhausted. Yeah, you're gonna exhaust yourself, but, when you're on a roll, isn't it just so exciting? You're so proud you got it done, and then to look around and you don't have that clutter, you can find things when you need it. Man, you guys, it's the best feeling in the world. All right, let's check some more comments. Again, let me put these trusty readers on, okay, you guys. Oh, Beth. Hi, Beth. Thank you so much for joining us, you guys. I just love doing the live stream. It feels like I'm actually with you guys. I know I'm not, but thank you so much for your support. Okay, Beth, she's talking about on Sunday. Yes, Beth, she's saying, I like the idea of choosing what to wear all week on Sunday. And Beth, let me give you another tip about that. So I've had friends and even my daughter who have said, well, but how can you really choose? I mean, I know you're looking at the weather, but the weather can change. Listen, here's why I talked about this on Wednesday. If you will declutter your closet, give things away, Habitat for Humanity, we talked about them the other day, great place to donate. They'll even pick stuff up. You guys, when everything in your closet is something you love to wear, okay, because that was like the question my daughter was asking. She was like, but I don't know what I'm going to feel like. Well, I get that. There's times when you want to wear a particular outfit, but if you've picked out 5 outfits and you love every single one of them, okay, because they're only in your closet because you love them, then the only other thing you got to figure out is, okay, if the weather changed, do I maybe need to wear that long sleeve outfit instead of the short sleeve? Or do I need to maybe wear boots if it's going to be raining instead of those open toed shoes? And see, since you've got 5 outfits, 5 different pairs of shoes, or sometimes you might reuse the same pair, you've got 5 choices. So, take Tuesday's outfit, wear it on Thursday instead if the weather is better for that particular style. So, whatever the case may be, I promise you, Beth, you're going to love this. When you try this out, you're going to have to let me know what you think and put a timer on. Give yourself 60 minutes. And I think you'll be surprised. It will take a lot less than 60 minutes. And then you'll feel so proud of yourself when you go to bed on Sunday and you have all of that to look forward to on Monday. Okay, Renee's comment loves this. Feels so good when it's right. That is so true, you guys. Absolutely. It really does. It just turns your whole day around. So, again, there's so much out of our control, but you guys, we definitely can control how we start the day and how we end the day. So, wonderful comments, you guys. I love it. Okay, now let's talk just real quickly, you guys, as we start to wrap up. Let's talk about what we're going to do tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow is our last challenge. I know, I hate this. It's been so much fun. I love doing this for you guys every year, but tomorrow is the last one. Let me tell you what you need to think about between now and tomorrow. Okay. We're calling it Weekends Reimagined. So, I explained this in more detail on Friday's video last Friday. So, if you need to go back and listen to any of the explanations about these 5 challenges, go check that out. But the Weekends Reimagined means 2 things basically. One, I want you to stop thinking of the weekend as just Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Now, if you happen to work on Saturday, like I have a dear friend who's my hairstylist, love you, Tanya. She and Tracy are awesome. They work on Saturday, but they may have Monday off. So, whatever your weekends are, your weekend really is the second you leave work and the second you go to bed at the end of your weekend. So if you have a traditional schedule where you work Monday through Friday, okay, your weekend starts the second you leave work on Friday and doesn't end until you lay that head on that pillow on Sunday. Okay. That's more time than you think. If you add it up, it really is. Typically, it's about 36 hours of time. Actually, wait a minute, more than that. So, when you think of it this way, you have a lot more time than you're probably thinking you have. And the way to tell if you're really using your weekends to your advantage, to where you're feeling replenished and refreshed, is ask yourself this question: does it seem like weekend time just slips through your fingers? Next thing you know, it's Sunday, you're depressed because you're not looking forward to going to work on Monday, okay? I hope you always are looking forward to going to work. If you're not in the dream job, that's why I do what I do, because I found my calling and I helped a lot of other people find theirs. You can turn any job into the dream job, I promise you, but that's a whole other story, a whole other coaching session. Reach out to me. I would love to help. But regardless, y'all, you don't want to feel like Sunday comes around and your whole weekend has passed you by and you don't even know where it went. So that's why we're going to reimagine the weekend. So start thinking about the weekend differently. That's number one. And here's the second thing I want you to do. Here's number two. I want you to plan something for this weekend that you haven't done for a while that you would love to do. Really think about, a hobby, a passion, a place to go, something that you haven't done in a while, and make a plan to do some of that. Now, if it's something outdoors, maybe weather permitting can affect that, but try to pick a way to do that no matter what. Okay. And then make a commitment that 2023, because remember the overall theme, the theme for this year's challenge was dream setting. In other words, that we were going to make our dreams come true. And part of how you can do that is when you're not working, to make sure your life is filled with passion and purpose. So you are in the driver's seat. You are the one in control over what you do. You can't control other people in your life. you know, that you can't control. What if there's an illness? What if somebody needs you right away? Well, that's a healthy boundary issue, but even if it wasn't, there are times where there's emergencies. But most of your weekends are not because an emergency comes and ruins all your plans. Most of the time, we just don't plan at all. And then before we know it, it's gone. Okay. So really think about something you're going to do. And then when you join me tomorrow, I cannot wait to see what you're planning. So really, really think about that. Okay, you guys? Now, remember, if you have any questions at all, make sure you go to the website, especially if you haven't gotten your cheat sheets or checklists or anything like that. Okay, you guys, how about this real quick? Who wants a sneak peek at our giveaway? Did you forget? We have a drawing tomorrow. The door prize winner is going to be announced tomorrow. Okay. So let me give you a sneak peek. Only those of you that are here on Thursday get a look at this. Okay, so as you know, we were talking about making your dreams come true because that's the theme of this year's challenge. I could think of no better way to do that than to get you this. This is, can you see that? Let me hold it this way. Can you see that okay? This is called achieving. Oh, there's like a light on it. Achieving, there you go. Achieving life goals. This is a workbook, you guys. It is filled with tons of tips and tricks and lots of information about how you can take any life goal and step by step break it down and make your dreams come true. This is a fabulous workbook. I love books like this. I use things like this all the time to make my dreams come true. So our lucky winner is going to win this tomorrow. Okay. Now, if you are already in the drawing, and remember, if you've registered, you're automatically entered to win. Okay. But if you want to increase your chances of winning, you guys, make sure you tag me at Dr. Dawn Shop Talk. That's our social media handle. So if you do that, you are definitely ahead of the crowd. Okay, you guys? Now, again, do not forget that not only is the door prize winner going to be announced at the end of tomorrow's broadcast, that you're going to see me at 12 noon tomorrow. Okay, you guys, that's when you're going to tune in if you can live. And remember, if you can't, you're still eligible to win. You don't have to, quote, be there or be present to win. Okay, you guys? All right, let me go back to the comments and see if we've got anything else. Oh, yes. Okay, more comments. Thank you guys so much. Jennifer saying cool. Oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. All right, you guys. So I am going to see you tomorrow at noon. And before we wrap up, what do you think about this? I say, let's dance the night away. At the end of the show, I kind of like playing our theme song. And y'all, this is really my theme song. I purchased the rights to this song, so I can use it on my podcast and on YouTube. So let's go ahead and play it. I think it's peppy and the perfect theme song for what we've been working on all week. Okay, you guys, take care. I want you to have a wonderful rest of your night. Let's dance the rest of the show. Woo, woo. And you guys, I will see you tomorrow at 12 noon Central Standard Time, and we'll draw the name of our winner. Take care, everybody. I will see you then. Okay, you guys? Cannot wait. See you then. Bye-bye.